Hello, John Talley here with Partzilla.com. Today I'm going to show you how to change the oil on our 2016 Polaris 900 XP Ranger. Really not that tough. Just going to crank it up, let it idle for a couple of minutes, not get too hot though. Raise it up to where I can get to that drain plug, and I'll show you how to get it done. This one's going to be really simple. It just rates as a skill level 1, so it's going to be a simple project. Let's go over some of the tools that you're going to need to get this done. You're going to need a T40 Torx, a 6mm Allen, a decent 3/8 extension, 3/8 ratchet, a good torque wrench. Most importantly, you're going to need a good oil filter wrench. Now, as far as the parts go, well, Polaris is nice enough to put together a oil change kit. It actually has the correct amount of oil and the correct oil filter for your machine. Now listen, we can sell you all that individually, but it just makes sense to, just to order the kit. One number does it all. Now if you would, reference our exploded diagrams. The reason I'm telling you this is that you can figure out where things are on the motor. They're going to show you where the oil filter is, also where that oil drain plug is. So once you have your parts and your tools together, we can go over there and I'll show you how to get it done. All right, we've got it lifted up in the air. One of the first things I want to do is go ahead and just loosen up the fill cap. Makes it easier for the oil to drain out. Then what you're looking for here is a 6mm Allen. It's pretty much in the center of the machine, right up under the engine. And Polaris is nice enough to leave a large cutout so you can see it and access it. And when you remove that, make sure you don't lose your crush washer. And while it's draining out, how often do you need to do this? Well, the book says every 100 hours or 1,000 miles. Pretty easy figures to remember. All right, looks like it's pretty much finished draining, so let's go ahead and get this plug back in. Now, we need to go ahead and get it torqued. And the magic number here is going to be 12 foot-pounds. And this is not something you need to guess at. Because if you over-tighten this, you run the risk of stripping it out. And then to truly repair it correctly, you're buying a set of engine cases. That's all there is to it. All right, that's pretty much all we need to do on the bottom side of it. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and drop it back down so we can get to that oil filter, get it swapped out, and then refill it. All right, guys, I've got the bed tilted back, but I would imagine you've got more room than I do because whoever owned this before decided they would weld on a bumper that doesn't allow it to tilt all the way back. But I'll bet you this, when I'm done changing the oil, that's getting cut off. So what you're actually after here is this plate. We want to get this heat shield out of the way, and it's only held in place by a couple of T40 Torxes. And then she'll just slide out of the way. Before we start loosening up our oil filter, I'm going to put a rag on the side of the engine right under it to pick up any oil that decides to come out. This should be your best friend when you're working on a Ranger or a Razor magnet. This machine is fairly clean, but if yours was really encrusted with a lot of dirt and mud, you'd want to clean it up before you actually remove the filter to make sure that moving things around, it won't let any dirt drop into the motor. As I expected, it dropped out a little bit of oil, but that rag picked up most of it. Now, got our new filter. Just want to put a little thin layer of oil on that O-ring. If you can get her screwed back on. All right, as far as tightening the filter back down, you just want to bring it down with your hand until it snugs up and you can't turn it anymore. Then, get your wrench on it and want to tighten about 3/4 of a turn. So, there's 1/4. 2/4, 3/4. Let's see if I can not do this without dropping it this time. And success. All right, now we just need to refill it. We'll remove this cap all the way. Now, if you're using the Polaris kit, they actually send the amount that should be required to refill it. It's actually 2.5 quarts. So we can definitely go ahead and drop in the 2 and then half of the half. At that point, we'll start it up and then check it. All right, we've got this cap on. Let's go ahead and start it up, let it idle just a few seconds. It'll settle for about 30 seconds or so, then we'll check the level. All right, I'm actually stretching myself across the engine. You would more than likely be doing it from that side, but my director wants to be able to see what I'm doing, so I'm trying to keep her happy. She runs the show, gotta keep her happy. All right, it's set for a few seconds. Go ahead and pull the dipstick out, wipe it clean, pop it all the way back in, then pull it out, and this is where we are. All right, it's right at the bottom of that the range that it can be. So I think we can safely say we can dump in the rest of that half a quart, and that should get us right to that upper mark. Let's check that level again. Dead on it, right there. Now we just need to get that heat shield back in place. Well, all right guys, that pretty much wraps this one up. All I need to do is get myself out from under this bed and take her for a ride. Well listen, if you need any of the parts that we use to do this, why don't you come see us at Partzilla.com and we can get you taken care of. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below and I'll do my best to answer them. Till next time, we just want to say thanks for watching.